Welcome to this Supplier Success session hosted by SAP Ariba Customer Support. Today we will be covering how to respond to an auction. We receive many questions on how to participate in auctions and, more importantly, how to submit responses to customers and increase your chances for procurement partnerships. Let's begin with a detailed breakdown of the auction participation process, followed by a walkthrough of a bid submission to a customer's reverse auction. There are two main types of auctions, forward and reverse. A reverse auction is the type of auction where the buyer is procuring goods and services from supply participants at the lowest price possible. A forward auction is the type of auction where a buyer company is selling goods or services to supplier participants for the highest acceptable value. Today, we will be participating in the more commonly used reverse auction. After you log in, you'll want to make sure you're on the right application, which would be Ariba Sourcing. If you do not see the Ariba Sourcing title in the upper left corner of your screen, be sure to select the white multi-tile icon called Ariba Apps, located next to Company Settings in the top center of your screen, and then choose Proposals. Under the header of Ariba Sourcing, you will see your customer's company name that represents the dashboards containing the respective events you have been invited to. When you're looking over the dashboard, you will see the event table containing sections with status titles, such as Completed, Open, Pending Selection, or Preview. Be sure to locate the auction under the Open Status section, then click directly on its title to begin your submission. Once inside the auction, you will see the doc ID number followed by the full title of the event. On the far right side, you will see the time you have remaining to respond to the auction. Remember, this countdown is critical to your submission as it eventually will move to pending selection status, where you will no longer be able to submit your bid. The left side of the screen contains a menu called Event Details, in which there are a few features allowing you to send event messages, review the event checklist, and jump to a section within the event. The checklist, which must be completed to access the auction in its entirety, can contain up to 4 total steps where you will review the event's details, submit your prerequisite responses if they're buyer requested, choose your lots of interest, and ultimately submit your bid for the auction. Beginning with number 1, you can review the event's details where you'll find necessary information like the bidding start time and estimated closing time, the running time for the lots involved, the amount of overtime, and the bid rank that triggers that overtime. Additionally, you may have information regarding the bidding rules or market feedback that can benefit your bidding process. You will see differences in settings on this step for all auctions. Remember, you should never assume that all auctions will be established in the same manner. Along the top of the Review Event Details screen, there are a series of action buttons. If you do not wish to participate in the auction at all, understanding that this auction is not applicable to your organization, then you would simply select Decline to Respond. You may also see buttons for Download Content, Download Bid Change Report, and Print Event Information that will be useful later in the event. Under the Event Overview and Timing Rules section, you'll find implementations of bidding rules and settings to protect lead bids, trigger overtime, and adjust visibility to ensure market integrity. For example, a bid buffer can be established as a cushion for the lead bid to prevent a series of unnecessary minuscule bids. Also, market information detailing the leading competitor's bid can be set up to display before or after you have submitted your initial response to a lot. Another important factor to keep in mind while placing competitive bids is the time remaining for a lot in any given auction, which is always extended with overtime triggered by a participant's bid rank. The running time for the first lot states the length of the time the main lot will run, depending on overtime. All the following lots in this event will close in sequential order. Bidding overtime can be triggered based on various overtime conditions established by your customer. For this demonstration, if a lead bid is submitted within 2 minutes prior to the lot's original closing time, 2 additional minutes of overtime will be added to the clock, preventing any last-second bids to take the lead unfairly. This cycle can be repeated until all competitors choose to stop bidding on the lot. To proceed with participating in the auction, you will need to select the blue Review Prerequisites button. This button will guide you to the second step in the checklist, allowing you to review and accept the prerequisites required before bidding. Each buyer may have its own customized set of prerequisites that a supplier must review and acknowledge before gaining access to the biddable portion of the auction. You will notice number 2 on the checklist is now boxed or tabbed, and this is a screen that isolates you from the other steps on the checklist. In the prerequisite text provided, you will have 2 radio options to select: I accept or I do not accept the terms of this agreement. There could be other prerequisites that are customer specific that you may need to complete before selecting the OK button. You will only need to complete this step once to advance to select lots. After the prerequisites are completed, you will find a blue highlighted acceptance message above the text and a Done action button below, confirming its completion. A blue Select Lots button will appear, guiding you to the third step in the checklist where you will choose the goods or services you want to bid on. Once you have chosen your desired lots, you will then select Submit Selected Lots to confirm your intent to bid on these lots. Only the lots you have selected will appear on the Submit Bid step. In some cases, all the lots may be required by the buyer and pre-selected for bidding, for your convenience. There could be an instance in which a lot is selected at this step, only to find that your organization did not need that particular lot after all. If a lot is selected and submitted, but no bid was placed for that lot, you are able to access the Select Lot step from the checklist to uncheck the box for that lot and simply resubmit the correct lots on your own. If a bid is placed on an erroneously selected lot, you must contact SAP Ariba right away to request the market coordination team to remove that bid first, after which they will guide you through deselecting the undesired lot and resubmitting your choice lots, so you can appropriately respond to the auction. An additional tab called Select Using Excel is found here, but is not encouraged for use in an auction due to the high priority nature of the competitive online response submissions. If you'd like to learn more about the Excel import process, please check out our webinar session called Participating in an RFI, RFP. After reviewing and accepting the prerequisites and selecting your lot, the fourth and final step called Submit Bids will be unlocked, containing all important content and the lot information. Response fields will be available on the right side from the event content and will have an asterisk indicating that a response is required before submission. Your buyer may allow or require you to submit a pre-bid in advance before the start of the actual auction during what's called the preview state. When the preview and pre-bid review timeframes are completed, the open bidding state will begin. Now that you are in Submit Bids, you can now enter your bid value on the right in the extended price field and select Submit Current Lot to submit your response. You should now see My Bid rank in black, bold lettering above the lot, identifying your rank status for that lot. Please be advised that this rank is per lot or item only. It is important to understand that rank will never accumulate for an entire auction. Another buyer-implemented feature is the bid graph found in each lot that visualizes your status against other competitors by price and the time submission. If you wish to improve your bid, you can enter a new, lower price, or you can use the Bid Decrement tool to enter a new value you wish to reduce your bid by. To utilize this, enter the amount you would like to subtract from your current bid, whether by dollar amount or percentage, and hit Apply. You will now see the new bid in the box. Select Submit Current Lot to submit this new bid. In the case of lots with line items, as shown in Lot 3.4 of this demonstration, you will place your value in the price field and then the extended price field will automatically formulate the total of the price of both items. The Take Lead button will allow you to do just that. Click Take Lead to determine by how much you are taking the lead shown in the extended price field. If you accept this leading price, click Submit Current Lot. If you do not accept it, simply reload Last Bid. During the auction, you may enter a value to manually bid, or you may use Take Lead to quickly regain your status as the lead bidder. At any given time during a lot's open status, your bid rank will change due to a competitor's bid placement, at which point you can select Take Lead to review the lead bid price and submit that value to regain your desired bid rank. The Update Totals button allows you to see an updated extended price based on formulas you may encounter when bidding on line items within a single lot. Your expected values will be shown but not submitted. You must select the Submit Current Lot button to apply the value. Reload Last Bid will allow you to reload that last bid you applied for review but did not actually submit. For example, if you entered a price and applied a value change but then had second thoughts, Reload Last Bid will restore your original price. These three features are also applied to Lot 3.4, where you may check the boxes only to a specific line item and execute the function for just that item, allowing you to review and understand the estimated extended price before submitting your final response. The Save button will only save the values you put into the system, but will not submit them. You must always click Submit to send your response, and you will receive a green confirmation message after submission. After you are satisfied with the bids in the lot, you can select the next lot on the bottom left corner of your screen under Choose Lot. Be warned, if you leave a lot that is currently open, a competing offer can come in and outbid your value. It is best practice to carefully review each lot and your rank throughout the entire duration of open bidding. After you have participated in each lot, the timer will run out and the event will go into Review, and then Pending Selection. At this point, there is no further action for you to take. For information on the outcome of the auction, please contact the project owner through the Event Messages tool. Compose Message will allow you to send a message directly to the event owner if you have any content-related questions regarding the auction. You can also access this feature through Event Messages options from the top left menu. Your messages are exclusive only to this event and the event owner and kept completely confidential from other competitors. When the event owner responds to any inquiries, you will receive an email notification about the event message. That notification will provide a link for you to log in and review the full message. Otherwise, you may access the Review Event Details step of the checklist and select Download Content to acquire an Excel representation of the event and your bids. Print Event Information will provide you with a Word document summarization of your bids. And our newest feature, Download Bid Change Report, will provide insight on all of the bids you placed as well as the changes in values to every bid. Congratulations! You have successfully participated in an auction on Ariba. This concludes the tutorial portion of today's webinar. We will now move on to the Q&A portion, where if you have a question, you may use the Q&A box on your dashboard.